What's up everyone, my name is Cyndakiel and welcome to my Ni no Kuni Let's Play. Let's go ahead and get started for today. So today we're actually going to do a couple other things. There are a couple of chests that I actually completely missed. I completely forgot about them actually. One inside of the item shop right here. I realized it after I did, this chest right here. I completely forgot about it. Sometimes you get them, sometimes you just forget about them. This one has a Sunday. There's also one right outside of this item shop as well. We're gonna grab it because it actually has an MP healing item as well. Oh yeah, it's right over here. Yeah, it's kind of hidden right there. Yeah, see, it's very well hidden. Like if you came over here, you probably would never have seen it. It's right around this corner. Yeah, you would never have seen that. That's an iced coffee. Make sure to get that. You know, restores MP. Really need that MP. So today we're gonna go ahead and just stay at the inn. Actually, there is one thing we can do. I did kind of forget about it, so we're gonna do that first. So back here at Swift Solutions, if you talk to the taskmaster, he will actually bring up a couple of options here. Bounty hunts, claim bounties, and claim merits awards. Let's go ahead and do the very first bounty hunt, which is Vegetable Thief. It's literally right outside of Ding Dong Dell, so we might as well just go ahead and do it. You get another well-worn sword, but you also get a couple more stamps. This is also where you can claim your merit stamps, which, you know, you're allowed to jump. Eventually, once you fill out a card, you can jump. It's not useful, but it's kind of fun. You can run a little bit faster. There's a whole lot of different effects. This one right here is very useful. The jackpot causes additional restorative glims. That one is extremely useful. I would suggest going for that one first, but there's a whole bunch of different effects. There's a lot of good ones on here as well, and eventually you'll be able to collect them all. I would say go ahead and get that jackpot one first, and then eventually as we go along we'll go get the other ones as well. But let's get outside Ding Dong Dell and let's get that first bounty hunt done. Okay, so if you open up your map, you're gonna see that there is a blue dot on your map. That is where your bounty hunt is going to be. I would suggest going right to there first. Now you might get a couple of fights along the way. Remember, these guys are really easy, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it right now. This fight that you're about to do for this Gruffian is extremely difficult, and I'll show you why when we get there. Like, there he is running around. Oh, no, you can't sneak up behind him. You can only talk to him, unfortunately, but take on the Gruffian, yes. So this is a more powered up version of a Ruff. Unfortunately, the stats that I would give you for this Gruffian, I can't really give it to you because they actually make it a lot less than what it normally would be for this point in the game. So I'm not gonna give you the stats on this one just yet. So just consider this a normal fight. And I'm actually gonna cut loose here and try to get the Ruffs out of the way first. I did not. I wasted all my MP on that. Shoot. Wow, these guys are a little bit harder than I thought they were going to be. So yeah, just keep attacking, keep attacking. I'm watching my HP very closely. Nice. Very nice, very nice. All right, I think we're going to be just fine. Oh, I'm running out of time here. Okay, once you run out of time, you got to go to Oliver. These guys really aren't too hard. I guess maybe it's because I'm level 6. I guess I thought it was like a little bit harder than it is. I guess if you're leveled up enough, it's not as hard. I don't have enough for a fireball. That's okay. I'm not gonna waste iced coffee for that. This might hurt a bit. Just 5. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad at all. You could defend against that if you absolutely wanted to. I wouldn't worry about it. I'm just doing 1 whole damage. Okay, you know what? Back to Mighty. Mighty does a lot more damage. There we go. We did it. And that's basically the first bounty hunt. Now you're gonna go back to Swift Solutions and turn in the bounty hunt. Apparently I have Final Fantasy VII Remake installed. I thought it was already installed, but I don't know. But all right, let's go ahead and get that turned in. All right, so here we are back at Swift Solutions. We're gonna go ahead and claim the bounty, get our well-worn sword again, and 50 more guilders, which is very nice. We always need the extra money. But unfortunately, not enough to get 1 merit stamp, and that is actually all that we're allowed to get at the moment. It is fine. It is fine. We'll get some more eventually, but now at this point, we can actually go ahead and continue the storyline. So we're gonna go back to the inn, stay the night at the inn, and do some pretty cool stuff. Welcome to one of the Cat's Cradle chain of premium inns. We pride ourselves in our practicality and pricing. That is extremely hard to say. Your custom is always appreciated. Meow. You look a little unusual. You're a traveler, I presume. Then I encourage you to take a nap at each of our inns, whenever your travels may take you. We're very proud of our deep and comfortable beds, and we hope you enjoy them as much as we do. Thank you very much. Well, look at your wizard's companion. There's something different about it. Ah, that's useful. The memories of all the travelers who stayed here may have filled it up a bit. Gee, I never expected that. Why the heck not, man? It's a flippin' mighty spellbook, ain't it? We'd best stay at as many of these places as we can, eh? I guess so, huh? So we get a Regions of the World page, which is just the Summerlands North. You can read that if you want to. It's a whole bunch of different, like, descriptions of the area. Gives you a little bit of, like, description of the Summerlands, which is pretty cool.
Oliver? Oliver?
Huh? Mom? Mom!
You've done so well to make it this far, Oliver.
Mom? Is this a dream?
You must listen to me now, Oliver. You have to go to him, to face him. And when you do, you'll learn the truth. Promise me, no matter how hard it is.
Him? Mom, who's him? Mom, what do you mean?
He's someone very important to both of us.
But who is he? And where do I have to go?
It's all right, sweetie. You're already on your way. Don't give up, Oliver, no matter how hard it gets.
Mom? Mom! Mom!
Well, morning, young man, and what a perfectly fine morning it is, too. You slept well, I hope. Excellent. You'll be on your way now, I expect. Well, if you happen across another cat's cradle in your travels, be sure to stay with us again. Ta, missus. See you soon. Righto, Ellie boy. Back to our owl shop, ain't it? Okay. Mom. Save your progress? Yeah, so you're allowed to save your progress every single time you stay at one of these places. And yeah, I do like to save my progress, because you just never know. So back to the boutique. Houtique? I forgot what it was called. Back to the Houtique we go. Alright, at the Houtique, let's talk to the lady in the place. Oh, there you are, dearie. You'll be happy to hear your clothes are ready. Tidy! Best try them on then, little boy. Sure. I'll just pop and get them for you, dear. Wait there, I shan't be a minute. Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much.
What do you think?
Huh? Oh, that's trendy! You look proper sharp, Ollie boy.
Isn't it a little goofy? I mean, a cape? Don't be silly, dear. It hoots you down to the ground. Thank you very much, ma'am. How much do we owe you? Ooh, for those old things? Don't be silly, dear. You'll be doing me a huge favor just taking them off my hands. Really? You're sure? Ooh, I can't remember the last time I did any sewing. It was an absolute hoot, dear. Think nothing of it. All I ask is that you pop back and buy a little something from time to time. You'll do that for me, won't you, dear? Of course we will. Thanks, missus. There's lucky Ollie boy. Looks like we owe this place another visitor 3. We sure do. And so now we get a set of traveler's clothes for Oliver. I think I like these clothes a lot better, actually. Oh, I forgot I can actually move the camera around in here. Yeah, I kind of like the way that it was, actually. And now we've got some dapper dads, and we can head to the palace. Tidy! Time to go meet the king, huh? I'm kind of nervous. Actually, I really do like the way these clothes, like, actually fit on Oliver. They look really nice. Like, I don't know. I just like these better than his actual other uniforms. So let's see if she actually gives us anything. Yep. Okay, so we can buy some stuff. It basically, this is like an item shop. So we can buy some coffee, poison be gone, blindness be gone, you know. Also buy some of this stuff and some of this stuff. This is for something later. Don't worry about buying anything right now. We've got plenty of items to get us through for a little while, so don't worry about it. This blue chest right here, unfortunately, we still can't get because it's sealed by magic, you know. Because, you know, they like to do this to us where you can't open up all the chests at the very beginning. I think I said that in the last episode, actually. So let's go to the castle. I mean, also, look, I know you probably can't really see it very well, but look at the book. I mean, actually, no, look at that. That actually looks really weird. I didn't actually notice that till just now, but yeah, the book is kind of... Oh, no, that's just like a piece of paper on it. Okay. To the castle we go. Let's talk to the guard right here, because that's where the star is. Welcome to Ding Dong Dell. This is the road that leads to the royal palace. You're travelers, I take it. You must be in those clothes. Yes, we've come to see the king. Ah, you're after an audience with King Tom, are you? Well, I'd be more than happy to let you through, but I'm afraid that's just not possible at the moment. Huh, but why? One of the king's hapless aides has allowed his Majesty's beloved pet fish to escape into the palace moat. That red herring is the king's pride and joy, and a highly endangered species to boot. I doubt his majesty would be able to replace this one if we were to lose it. What that aide of his was thinking, I don't know. Anyway, to cut a long story short, everyone in the castle is busy looking for the king's red herring at the moment. I'd advise you to come back another day. Alright, what are we going to do, Mr. Drippy? The palace moat, is it? If I'm not mistaken, that moat's connected to some of the rivers that run through town. You think it could have swum all the way to town? I reckon it's possible, yeah. Why don't we have a look around a few ponds and that, just in case. Can't do it any harm, can it? It sure can't. Gee, I hope we find that red herring, Mr. Drippy. Me too, Ollie boy. Alright, now let's go fishing. Alright, so now we just kind of follow the star. Basically what you're doing is kind of just following the star. Now there is an option in the menu if you want to turn off the star. I would recommend not turning off the star, especially if this is your first time playing through it. That way you'll know exactly where to go. I really like using the star feature, that way I know exactly where I'm going. Even though I've played through this game once, I still don't really know where I'm going half the time because it's been so long since I played this game. But I really like the fact that they put like, hey, this is where you need to go. Oh, it looks like we're going here. I think I was here just a little bit ago. Look at it, boy. See that red herring over by there? I reckon I've found our fishy friend. You better go and take a closer look, though, just to make sure, ain't it? But me? Why do I have to go over there? Well, who else is going to go do it? Freddy the fish inspector? Come on, just hop on the rickety-looking bits of wood. You'll be fine. Gee, alright, I guess I'll try. There we go. Bloop. Knickers, he got away. Sorry. He's a lovely one, alright. I think he went toward the palace, Ollie boy. After him. Yeah, I don't know why they actually do that, but yep, that's, you have to do that first. And now we're going back towards the palace. I think it's actually in the fountain this time. Either that or it's near where the ghost was. So I kind of feel like I'm doing all the side quest stuff before I do the main quest stuff. Oh yeah, we're going back over that way. Oh, you know, I like to do side quest stuff before I actually do main story stuff. That way I can just do all the main story stuff at one time. It's a whole lot easier that way in my opinion. And then that way I can keep all the side quest stuff at one point. It just makes it a lot easier. Oh, there it is. So this is the king's favorite fish, huh? Tidy, that's a red herring if I ever saw one. Now we can get ourselves an audience with the king. Let's head back and see that palace guard, shall we? And of course Mr. Drippy is holding the fish, you know, just because, oh, I went the wrong way. I forget that the camera gets flipped around in here for that. But alright, let's head back to the castle. Let's see if we can get an audience with the king. You know, have them say our stylish clothes and all. You again, I'm afraid we still haven't located King Tom's pet. This one, you mean? We came to deliver the king's fish back to him, sir. Is that? Goodness, I'd know that regal scarlet tones of the king's beloved red herring anywhere. Will all be. I reckon he must have swum out through the sewers into the town light. Is that so? I must let the other guards know right away. Ah, if I remember rightly, you were... That's right, we need to see the king. Yes, of course, but with him in his current state... What's that? Something up in there? You could say that. Did I mention that the person charged with carrying the king's red herring just let it escape? Everyone in the palace has grown terribly lax of late. So lax that we need to enlist the help of passing travelers. So as you know, only too well. I probably shouldn't be telling you this, but the king himself has been indolence personified, and it seems to be rubbing off on his subjects. Indolence? Is that like laziness? I'm afraid so. Well, perhaps being reunited with his beloved red herring will give him the boost he needs. In you go. Tidy, we're off to see the king. Come on, Ollie boy.
A pleasure to meet you, your majesty.
So it was you who delivered one's treasure back to one, hmm?
That's right.
Yes, your majesty.
And you wish for a prize, hmm?
Go on, man. Ask him.
Come now, don't be shy.
Well, your majesty,
Out with it now!
we need your wand.
One's wand. Huh? What did you say?
Crikey.
That smell. Could it be?
That's right, your majesty. He's not from our world. He's the one whose power freed me from my prison.
What? You mean he broke his spell? This little boy?
Yes.
Do you understand what you're saying, Fairy?
You have to say
Once you defy him, there's no turning back.
I know, but...
But what precisely?
Well, you know, he might be able to...
It's not one's concern. You may not have the wand. Now be gone.
Does that mean no wand, Mr. Drippy?
Looks like it.
So how do we get the wand now?
Something wasn't quite right about our royal friend. Broken-hearted he is, or I'm broken-headed.
The king is?
Lacking enthusiasm, it looked like. And because he's broken-hearted, the whole kingdom's being dragged down with him.
What are we waiting for? Let's go find the piece of heart he's missing.
Blimey, you don't need much encouragement, do you?
The guard outside of town was short on enthusiasm too, huh? Indeed he was, Ollie boy. Like I said, I reckon the king's brokenheartedness is dragging everyone else down with him. But the other guard gave us some of his enthusiasm to help his friend. We should go ask him for some more. No, man. Don't go doing that. There's a very important rule about borrowing pieces of people's hearts. There is? What is it? Well, you can't go taking the same piece of heart from the same person twice, see? One little scoop off the top is all it's safe to borrow. Gee, I didn't know that. I'll be sure to be real careful from now on. So what do we do, Mr. Drippy? We trawl the town for someone else with get up and go aplenty, ain't it? It's a sleepy old town, but there's bound to be someone somewhere. The only problem is, where? Ding Dong Dell's not exactly village-sized, after all. You might even say it's proper massive. I guess it kinda is, huh? Is something of a quandary, are we? Flipping heck, man, don't scare us like that. Hi, Mr. Telling Stone. You seem perplexed, my young friends. I thought you might benefit from a dose of my expensive knowledge. Thanks, that's real nice of you. You see, we need to borrow a piece of somebody's heart, but we don't know how to find one. Elementary, my dear Oliver. In times like these, just look to your locket. What do you mean? Well, not only can it carry pieces of heart, the locket is also extremely sensitive to their proximity. It will glow when they are nearby. Tidy! So we can use it to track down some enthusiasm then, ain't it? Allow me to tell you a little more about the locket of yours. You will see that it has a habit of glowing brightly from time to time. This is how it reacts in the presence of those who possess ones of the chart's virtue in abundance. I am being Eeyore and I do not care. And incidentally, those with pieces of heart to spare will also glow a verdant green on the mini-map in the top right of your screen. Neato! It will not serve to tell you which of the virtues the subject has in excess, but it should still prove exceedingly useful to you nonetheless. I just know it will. Now sally forth and seek ye your piece of heart, young adventurer. Don't forget your heart container to fill your hearts full of magic. Thank you so much, Mr. Tellingstone, sir. And if you ever find yourself in need of knowledge again, you may consider me wholly at your service. Farewell for now, friends. Please don't let me sit in your bag forever. You probably will. Righto, Ollie boy, let's have a look around for someone with a drop of enthusiasm to spare then, shall we? If your locket glows up, all of a sudden, we know we're on the right track. Got it, let's go, Mr. Drippy. Yep, that's exactly what I think of the Telling Stone, okay? That's how I think about it. Oh, there's nobody in here, okay. I think you can actually tell through your main map as well that it'll actually show up. I do want to, like, check when we get to here. Oh, I see. There's a star. I didn't see the star until just now. Okay. Okay. I feel dumb. I feel very, very, very dumb now. Excuse me, sir. Pardon me. Look, Mr. Drippy, the locket. It's glowing. Tidy. Then there's someone round by here with a piece of heart to spare, ain't it? And the only person around by here is him? And look at him, man. He can barely stand still. He's so eager. Jackpot. You mean you think he has some enthusiasm to spare? That I do, my lad. I'd bet my lantern on it. Let's go and get it, shall we? How do, saucepan head? I don't suppose you fancy doing us a favor, do you? Stop distracting me. I'm busy. Busy? What are you busy doing exactly? Protecting the town from the mice, of course. Mice? Oh yeah, I remember hearing about the mice who lived in Ding Dong Dell. Those mice are a menace. They're always running around getting up to no good. But the grown-ups are too lazy to do anything about it. Most of them hardly notice when the mice steal things, and the ones that they do don't seem to care. Well, Tommy Stout is not gonna stand for it. I know the mice all live down in the well, so I'm standing guard here. Any mouse that comes this way is in for battering. Well, we were right about this one. He's bursting with enthusiasm. Over to you, Ollie boy. What are you talking about? Well, King Tom seems to be really short on enthusiasm right now. And that's where you come in, Tommy boy. You've got loads of the stuff. And if we give some of it to the King Tom, the whole town would sort itself out quick sharp. Yeah, so we were wondering if you could share some of your enthusiasm with us. Of course, I'd do anything to help the king. Okay, thanks, Tommy. Remember, take heart. Don't give heart, but take heart. Bing. There, I meant to turn the camera in time. I forgot to turn the camera. There we go. Enthusiasm. The only problem is you only get to keep one at a time. It does kind of suck, but it is what it is. I'm kind of speeding through this text a bit because I do want to at least get back to Tom before, you know, we go too much further. Because we do have a dungeon right after this that we have to take care of, which is literally past him that we have to take care of. It's a fun little dungeon. So now we head back to the castle to give Tom his piece of heart. Oh crap, I didn't even get to read all the text. So there was a whole bunch of text I didn't even think about because I thought it was going to let me like actually get out of this screen so I could come back. There was a whole bunch of text. It's basically like, oh, you came back, so why are you back here? And it's like, oh, we're giving you something. So this is what's going to happen. And then I'm probably going to be quiet for a second.
So, do you think it worked?
Let's see, shall we?
What the devil was one up to?
Your Meowjesty, please tell us you're back to your old self.
Eh? Why, one is 10 times more energetic than one has ever been. But one feels different somehow.
This is your doing, is it not? Then you must be rewarded. Your Meowjesty, it seems that these brave adventurers have lifted the curse that was placed upon you.
What? Is this true?
Yes, Your Meowjesty. It appears that you were cursed with a lack of enthusiasm.
Is that so? One certainly didn't feel oneself for a while there. It seems one is in your debt.
What would you claim as your prize, Tidy, you know what to ask for, ain't it, Ollie boy? Oh, sure. We'd need your magic wand, your Majesty. Is that so? Strangely, one feels as if one has had this conversation before. Now one thinks of it, there is a wand one prized very highly as a kitten hidden away safely in one's bedchamber. There is, eh? And one would be willing to part with it, but one will have to find it first. Return later on, and one shall present it to you. Jeepers, thank you very much, your Majesty. So, boy, if you are in search of a wand, can one ticket you are perhaps a wizard? Indeed he is, your Majesty, a shiny new apprentice wizard, who doesn't exactly know much magic yet. Ahem. Is that so? Then let one provide you with a spell or two. One's wand will be of little use without spells to cast, after all. Really, your Majesty? That's so kind of you. Thank you very much. Spring lock. Now we can open a couple of those chests that we could not open before, but there's only a couple we can. Also, rejuvenate. This is a spell that we're going to be using in the overworld a little bit. We're not going to be using it for a little while, actually. I'll show you when we need to use it. You must enjoy the spells that inspired one so much in one's younger days. One that unlocks things and one that restores things to their former glory, eh? What did you used to get up to with these, your Meowjesty? None of your business, Fairy. Now, boy, you travel with a familiar, do you not? One has sent word to the counter store down in the town that you are to be given permission to shop there. The Master store? What kind of place is that, your majesty? Are you sure that you're an adventurer? One cannot help but fear for the safety of such an innocent. No matter. The Master store provides weapons and equipment for the use of familiars. Why not go and browse the products on offer while one seeks out one's wand? We sure will, your majesty. Thank you very much. Now one has plenty to attend to. Come and present yourselves to one again in a short while. Alright, so at this point, now we can go to the Master store. Let's actually go do that real quick, and let's get some new equipment. Let's actually get, I think it's a patch I think we can get for the familiar. Let's do that. And now we are at the Master store. Caw, it's you! His Majesty has informed me that you would be coming. He instructed me to sell you whatever you require, and I'm more than happy to cooperate. So have a look around. I'm sure you'll find something here with which to equip your familiars. Equip my familiars? How do you mean, sir? I mean, we've already done that. There is no point for this. I mean, okay, so we've already equipped our familiars. There's absolutely no reason for this, in all honesty. Gee, okay, as soon as I have some money, I'll start buying some accessories and stuff. Sounds like this old bird has done a proper sales number on you, Ollie boy. Just remember that accessories ain't the only things you can equip. Wizards like you can use all sorts of wands as well. Flippin' heck, man, speaking of wands, we need to go and get your new wand off King Tom, ain't it? Clean forgotten I had. Yeah, I guess he'd probably found it by now. I reckon so, Ollie boy. Come on, let's head for the palace. See, I've already shown you how to equip your, like, for familiars and even for Ollie. Let's actually take a look here and see what all we've got. I don't see anything. Yeah, so there's actually nothing here, I guess, that I really want. Yeah, there is absolutely nothing here. Do I want to sell anything? No, there's nothing I want to do here. All right, cool. Let's head back to the castle. Oh, it's you. Thank goodness. You have to help us. Something terrible has happened. Flippin' heck, man. Don't tell me old King Tom's gone and got his heart broken again. No, his Majesty heart is in good working order, as far as I know. As far as you know? After he restored his Majesty's missing enthusiasm, he was determined to find his old wand, so that he could give it to you by way of a reward. So determined, in fact, that he said he would go and look for it himself. Well, that's good, ain't it? What's all the fuss about? His Majesty has disappeared. Eh? The gatekeepers swear that he hasn't left Ding Dong Dell, and yet he's nowhere to be found. I smell a rat by here, Ollie boy. Well, I suppose there's only one thing for it, eh? What's that, Mr. Drippy? A spot of investigating, ain't it? Righto, Helmet Face. You and your mates keep an eye on the castle. We're going looking for clues. Oh, yes, understood. But where do we look, Mr. Drippy? Don't worry, Ollie boy. You know the place. You know it very well, in fact. Come on. I'll tell you more when we're outside. Okay. Where are we going, Mr. Drippy? And what's this about somewhere I know real well? Where do you think, clever clogs? Motorville, ain't it? Motorville? What does Motorville have to do with finding the king? Well, the answer ain't always going to be over by here, Ollie boy. Huh? What do you mean? You got to remember the whole soulmate thing, ain't it? What we see here in this world ain't always the whole picture. Soulmates? Okay. Think about it, Ollie boy. Why are you here in our world, eh? To save my mom. Exactly. And your mom was the great sage Alicia's soulmate, right? And we're trying to free Alicia from the soul snare over by here so we can help your mom back over by there, ain't it? Well, that's what you told me, Mr. Drippy. And I wasn't fibbing. So people in your world and my world are connected, not just Alicia and your mom. All people. They are? So? Exactly. That's clever of you. There's someone over in your world who's connected to King Tom over by here. And when someone in our world is in a pot, you can sometimes find out how to help them from their soulmate over in your world. Because they're connected, see? Obvious when you think about it, ain't it? So somebody in my world is King Tom's soulmate, huh? That's right, but maybe not a person, and maybe not in such a lofty position as our friend the Cat King. Huh? Well, Shopkeeper's Cat and King of Ding Dong Dell ain't exactly similar status-wise, is it? Shopkeeper's Cat? I don't think flippin' heck, man. It's like pulling teeth, okay? So soulmates can look and even act the same, right? We've covered that already. So when you first saw King Tom, you instantly thought of yourself, hello, he's a spitting image of Timmy the cat, he is. I did? So you mean that King Tom and Timmy Tuldrum are, but Miss Layla's cat? That's clever of you. Better late than never. But Timmy's just a cat. Exactly, just like over our pal King Tom. What's so strange about that? Crocky, you're not very perceptive for a youngster, are you? If two people are soulmates, there'll be similarities somewhere. You just gotta keep an open mind and a peeled eye. Spot the similarities and you'll find the soulmate. Gee, I never knew. So Timmy, huh? Timmy indeed, my lad. If we can find that fat old furball, we might even get a clue as to where King Tom's got himself to. So magic us up a gateway and let's get over to our world, shall we? So magic us up a gateway and let's get over to your world, shall we? You remember how, don't you? Sure I do. Let's go see how everyone back in Motorville is doing. And we're going to save that for next time. Yep, we're not going to go to Motorville just yet. We're going to do that next time because it's going to take a little bit to get through that section. I'm going to try and get us into the dungeon and get that entire dungeon done as well afterwards. Alright, thank you so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. That way you're notified anytime a new video goes live. And hit that thumbs up letting me know that you're enjoying the content. And I'll catch you next time.